Located directly south of the Dark Wood and the Crystal Castle were vast, wide, sweeping plains of golden fields, full of crops and herds of landstriders. On its border was Sami Thicket, a village hidden in thick forest, with small, square homes, some built from clay and stone, others from tree trunks, with a big communal hearth at its center. This was the home to one of the most hard-working, independent, and proudest clans in Thra, the Spriton. Though it is not featured prominently in the Age of Resistance, the Spriton were actually a warrior clan, very fierce fighters in fact, who were longtime rivals of the Stonewood, and some of their territory even spread into Stonewood land. But their most distinguishing feature was their humble, old-fashioned nature, which came from their abilities as farmers and craftsmen. They were skilled at stitching, textile working, beading, and their shoes were some of the most prized items in all the land. The Spriton were also extremely gifted farmers, utilizing their massive expansive plains to harvest many crops, including various fruits and vegetables, such as cherry squashes, roots, and leafy greens, all of which were roasted on the huge communal hearth. Many of their endeavors, especially farming, were also assisted by podlings, who they maintained a very close relationship with due to the podlings' deep wisdom of plants and nature. Because of their location, they also frequently traded and dealt with the Drenchen, making them the only clan to maintain regular contact. Like all of the Gelfling clans, they had their own unique features. With the Spriton, they could be easily identified by their tan skin with straight black hair often worn in long braids with strings of beads. They were fit, athletic, and graceful, with more triangular faces, and very distinct wings which were sleek and narrow, much like their ears, built for speed and agility. But above all else, they were unbelievably loyal to the Skeksis, even more so, some would say, than the Stonewood clan. This unwavering loyalty stemmed from the clan's leader, Madra, often described as an overly traditional, strict follower. She viewed the Skeksis as literal living gods, and was overjoyed to serve them, enamored with their protection and dedication to the Gelfling. She ensured her clan repaid this debt through their skills as farmers and craftsmen, highly sought-after abilities by the Skeksis, who would often stuff their beaks full of Spriton food. Aside from her love for the Skeksis, Mera was also known as the Dream Stitcher, and had a very special form of Liaya that allowed her to infuse magic into the items that she stitched and sewed, for protection, value, and healing. Though some viewed this behavior as bizarre and out of date, we must keep in mind that one of the Spriton's first and most important Madras was Karn, the very leader who was responsible for the Alliance of the Crystal. Upon the invasion of the Macrax, she called on the Skeksis for aid, who willingly accepted her proposal, planning to manipulate their power to control them. During these times, the Skeksis-Gelfling relationship was far more harmonious due to a very peaceful coexistence, and Karn was forever grateful. She could have never imagined the evil that awaited the Gelfling clans because of her actions, and so every Spriton Madra since has maintained that loyalty. The Spriton's sigil animal is one of the most famous creatures in all of Thra, the Landstriders. Landstriders were easily recognizable by their very long stilt-like legs, rabbit ears, obscure whiskers, and dark white hides which were used for the crafting of various items. They also had very long tongues, allowing them to feed on the nectar of flowers, and upon their demise, their meat was a highly prized food by the Skeksis. However, a Landstrider's most important role to the Gelfling was providing a fast, safe form of transportation across the varying terrains. During the Gartham Wars, they became bitter enemies of the evil beasts, often utilizing their intelligence and speed to inflict swift slashing blows, leaving the Gartham in pieces. Every Gelfling clan is equally as important to the history of Thra in their own way, from the Vapra's hierarchy to the Grotten's hidden knowledge. But the Spriton, a passively featured clan in Age of Resistance, is actually at the heart of arguably the most vital moment in their relationship with the Skeksis, the Alliance of the Crystal. Other clans fulfilled their roles of dedication in very meaningful ways, But no event in Gelfling history was more impactful than the alliance which melded these two races together, and bound the Gelfling to the fate and service of the gods forever. Well, my friends, that's going to do it for my biography on the independent and dedicated Spriton clan. Now it's time for you guys to leave all of your thoughts and opinions down below in the Great White Void. Why are the Spriton one of your favorite clans? As always, until next we meet, take care, and I'll see you guys back here for the next video very soon.